how can you successfully role play and use role plays to actually build a successful real estate business? I'm going to unpack all of that for you today with my top 5 tips on how to role play better as an agent, get more from your efforts with the same amount of time you're probably already spending. My name is Mike Novak. I'm a real estate agent, part of the Novak team in Everett, Washington, also connected to Real Brokerage, a nationwide cloud brokerage that's just been a game changer for our team and for our family. If you're interested in Real Brokerage, my contact information is down below. Reach out to me, of course. I'd love to be a resource for you. Okay, let's jump right into the top 5 tips I want to share with you on how to role play better. The first one, you actually need to do it, okay? So many agents talk about role plays, or they hear about role plays at conferences they go to and from coaches, but they don't actually take action and implement it. So you can't be that guy. You need to role play a minimum of 3 to 4 times a week for 15 minutes in each session, okay? And role playing is not just watching somebody else role play. That's actually you hands-on being the caller, okay? If you do that consistently, you're going to be in really, really good shape. What I don't want you to do is try to block out an hour for role plays 5 days a week, because there's no way you're going to be able to sustain that when you become a busier agent or when things pick up. Just shoot for a small amount of time consistently done that will compound into massive, massive results for you, okay? If you're an agent that thinks you're too good to role play, you've got an ego problem. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. No one is ever too good to not role play. I like to use the analogy of SEAL Team 6. SEAL Team 6 is well known as the best shooters in the world. Do you think these guys sit around, look at each other and say, hey, you know what? We know how to shoot. We're good. We don't practice anymore. No, they go to the shooting range every single day. They go to the kill houses. They're getting bullets down range and practicing nonstop. That's how they keep their skills sharp. They don't get rust on the sword because of that, okay? So if you think you're too good to role play, go back and look at your pipeline for last year and see if it maybe could have been better if you had practiced more, okay? No one is too good to role play, plain and simple. I don't care who you are. Number 2, you need to get a role play partner that's better than you. You cannot be playing down to somebody else's level in a role play. You need someone that's going to be able to give you really good feedback, that can challenge you with tough scenarios, and that can make your hardest phone call of the day that role play with them. If that's what you got from a role play partner, you're set. That's going to be an awesome benefit for you. What you need to do, though, is you got to pay that forward to somebody else that's not as good as you, okay? So for your role plays, for your skill development, get someone better. And then in addition to that, pay it forward and be someone else's role play partner where you're better than them, okay? But get that partner, stick with that partner, or you can change it up from time to time. But what's most important is just that consistency to continually do it day after day. A lot of times that comes down to having a really consistent role play partner. Okay, that brings me to number 3. Do not limit your role plays just to phone type scenarios. I see this as a big issue for a lot of agents. They think role plays are really just done for online lead conversion. I really cannot be further from the truth. What I want you to do, I want you to role play things like buyer consultations, listing consultations, commission objections, open houses, calling your past clients in Sphere and asking for referrals, and also just basic questions people are going to ask you, like, how's the market? If you haven't practiced all of these things, you're missing out on some major role play opportunities. If you ever get asked a question and you can't, like, boom, embrace that question and come back with a complete response, then you should have role played more. Or if you're in a listing appointment and someone challenges your commission structure and you don't have that just completely built into muscle memory, like you have to think about what to say, and you feel like you're kind of stuttering or stumbling, you didn't role play enough. Okay, so do not limit your role plays just to that box of conversation. Number 4, develop complex scenarios and personalities. On our team, we asked our top agents to give us their hardest scenario they've ever had on the phone. And we took those and we turned them into just scenario cards. So you pull up one person's scenario card for the role play and you're going to play that person, right? It's going to have their disc profile, their motivation. It's going to have an objection or two on there. And it's going to be things like someone needs to buy and sell at the same time. Some more kind of complex type scenarios so that you're always kind of mixing up. You don't want to role play just the same personality type every time. Your role play partner should be playing themselves. They should be playing somebody else that you're likely to encounter. And that way you can mirror and match and learn how to do that. Okay. So I would encourage you to develop a role play scenario card and have your role play partner grab one of those cards before you actually role play. Shout out to Hatch Coaching. They have a role play game that has this done for you. You can buy it on their website, hatchcoaching.com. And it's really great as well. Okay, that brings me to number 5. You need to record yourself and go back and listen to it and just give yourself constructive feedback. We tend to be our harshest critic, and that's good in this situation, okay? Take notes on what you hear and what you're going to work on next time. I liken this a lot to an NFL quarterback that's watching game film. How did I look? Like, with just an objective lens, beyond what it just felt to me in the moment, how did I actually sound when I'm asking these questions? Do I sound like I'm interrogating somebody, or am I soft in my approach and bringing more value and really asking great questions? But you're not going to know unless you listen to yourself. You're going to give yourself some great feedback and some great self-coaching if you do this. Of course, you get feedback from Roleplay partners, but to go back and record it and listen to that game film, really, really huge for skill development. So just use a voice recorder on your phone, an app, and then go back and listen. You don't have to film it with camera or anything like that. Just go back and listen to the voice recording and you'll be all set. That can be a game changer for your conversions and for having better conversations and making adjustments to the way that you talk to people. Bonus tip for you, role play in groups of 3 if you can. Like, that gives you the chance to have a lead converter, a lead, and then also an observer. That observer can take notes and give you really constructive feedback at the end of the role play. So if you've got questions about that, definitely reach out to me. We do role plays on our team quite a bit. I love these tough snares. I always try to make these calls as hard as possible. I don't want to get on the phone. It just seems easy to me. It's all about muscle memory. It's all about repetition. If you're thinking about real brokerage, or you're curious about what it looks like, why we went there, why so many agents and top teams are going to real, reach out to me. My contact information is down below. I'd love to share with you why we came.